Hello guys and welcome back to the Live Strong podcast. Now, if you are new here, my name is Olivia and I am the founder and head coach of Live Strong, which is a group and personal training gym in Newcastle, New South Wales. Now, normally we're here to talk about health and fitness and a bit of chaos of my own life and blah, blah, blah. But today it is a different episode. Today, guys, I'm going to be talking about our up and coming 8-week challenge that we're about to start at Live Strong on the 6th of October, called The Final Push. Now, I wanted to do a little bit of an informative episode for you guys and for my clients and for those interested in the challenge to find out a little bit more about the challenge, the ins and the outs, and a little bit more of like a chatting situation so that you know all the info, you feel like you know what you're in for before you sign up. And yeah, no better place to do that than here on the potty. So if you're watching on YouTube, you'll see I've got my laptop because I've just got the information pack up on my laptop so that I can sort of just go through page for page of our information booklet that you guys can also find on our Livestrong website. Plus, we've been linking it everywhere because it really has all of the info. It's 21 pages of info so that you know what you're getting with these 8 weeks. So there's no surprises, no tricks, no nothing. It's literally all in front of you. Now, I guess it's like a bit of a background story because you know I like to rave on. You know I do. So this challenge is different to every other challenge we have done before. When we were OHPT, Olivia Hodson Personal Training, back in the day, we've nearly been Live Strong for a year. It feels like longer than a year, but it's nearly been a year. When we were OHPT back in the day, guys, we would do something that I called the 8-week lifestyle transformation. We did 10 of those things, so we did a lot of them. And every year and every one we did, I've always changed it and tried to evolve it and try and make it better. And as I learn and as I learn what my clients need, I always try and evolve. So we did 10 of those as OHPT. Then we've done, I think, one challenge at the beginning of the year. I think that's all I've done. And one at the end of, we did a mini one at the end of last year and one at the beginning of this year as new challenges with Live Strong, which ended up taking a similar path to our OHPT ones. Again, I was evolving and changing. The last one we did was the most different one we've done, but still on a similar path. But like I said, I'm always trying to learn what my clients need and I'm trying to deliver them what they need to get the outcome, the desired outcome, right? But while still following my own beliefs and my own methods, I guess. So let's dive into the backstory here. That when we talk about an 8-week challenge, they have, you know, positive and negative thoughts associated with them. Challenges like this can be very negative for people's health, plain and simple. They are very easily led to eating disorders, bad body image perceptions, bad habits, that all or nothing approach, disappointment. These things can evolve from 8-week challenges, you know, or gym challenges. Let's say that it could be any amount of weeks. That's very common. That is caused to a lot of people. And I'm hyper aware of that. Ever since the very first challenge I've done, I have tried to make my challenges be a place where clients can turn up the intensity on their focus towards their goals, but only by heightening habits that are long lasting. So things that they can do for a long period of time, not for just 8 weeks. So again, I have evolved as time's gone on. And, you know, at the beginning when we first started, yes, we did used to do in-body scans, which is scans that you do to measure your like body fat and muscle mass in your body. But, you know, after learning, after realizing that data on those things aren't always correct, how fixated people get on these data, blah, blah, blah. That's something like I've got rid of because I knew that was something that brought a negative attitude towards the challenge for some people. Much like we've gone in and out of like forcing people to do certain things. So like we're all doing a meal plan, or we're all tracking, or we're all doing this. Again, that doesn't work for everyone. Or having, you have to do this amount of sessions, again, that doesn't work for everyone. So I've always been hyper aware of the negative impact that challenges can have on people, but I've always tried to be able to give people a challenge and something that pushes them. It's something that steps outside of their comfort zone, but staying away from those negative impacts. So the challenges, moral of the story, have always been about transforming you in a long-term picture, because 8 weeks is not a long time for any goal. 8 weeks is not a long time to improve your performance in the gym, to gain muscle mass, to lose body fat, to do any of these things. 8 weeks, 2 months is not a long time. And yes, you can set a plan in place and achieve something in 8 weeks, but will you be able to hit your final destination in 8 weeks? The chances are probably not, okay? So even this challenge, we want you to get progress, see progress, feel progress, all the progresses, but we still are implementing the idea that 8 weeks is not the end of the journey, okay? We're not going to get to the end and we're not going to have all these crazy results that are going to transform you into like dropping 7 sizes in clothes and losing 20 kilos on the scale and bench pressing a 80 kilo PB. Like, we've got to be realistic here. And that's also why we don't do massive giveaways in challenges or massive prizes. I just saw recently a challenge in the nearby locations, and they're doing like a huge money giveaway at the end, or like a prize at the end of a challenge. And I still don't agree with doing that. And the reason as to why people sign up to a challenge is to win money or win a holiday. Like, these are things that people give away, and it's all well and good to be rewarded for hard work, but unfortunately, a lot of the time, the people that are going to win these are people who are implementing unhealthy habits. Like, the people that are going to lose the most body fat, if they are like, I'm going to win this money, they're probably going to do unhealthy things to get there, and they're probably going to bounce straight back afterwards and then feel like shit, and then they're in this big negative loop, and then blah, 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 and then they go and spend all their money on plastic surgery because they hate themselves. Just jokes, but like, true. Okay, so because we've tried doing like bigger giveaways before, blah, 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 more specific prizes. I've tried all the different methods, guys, and in the end, a lot of people get caught up in those like, I want to do this because I want to win this, not I want to do this because I want to achieve this goal, or I want to feel better, or I want to be healthier, or I want to be able to, perform this thing, or whatever. So with our challenges, we, for this challenge, let's talk about this one, because that's literally why we're talking right now, guys, is we do like recognition awards, and the person or people at the end, we pick multiple people, and we don't really specify what we're going to be giving them away for, because we base them on the overall outcome of the whole challenge and who we think has stood out in a certain way, shape, or form. So we literally might pick someone because they gave us all of their check-ins. They were super communicative, if that's a word, with their coach, wanted feedback, wanted to get better, wanted to learn, and maybe we give someone an award for that, right? And maybe that award comes with 4 weeks free on your membership or something like that, or a tub of protein powder or something to show our appreciation for their hard work. It's not necessarily always the person who loses the most weight that's going to win our prizes, because the prize was that they feel amazing, okay? And I don't know how I've gone down this rabbit hole of prizes, but here we are, and we haven't even started as to why we're doing this challenge, people. Crazy shit. But I'm going to do a quick wrap up here, guys. With this challenge is new. It's different. It's not like the other ones anyway. It's not like anyone else's. It's ours. It is the Final Push Live Strong 8-week challenge starting October 6th. You have the option to pick 4 different programs, or 4 different programs. We have designed 4 completely different challenges for 4 completely different goals. Why, you may ask? Well, again, after learning and growing and evolving, I've realized that everyone is different. And even when we are trying to personalize everyone's journey, it is hard to give 80 people the different education, different support, different guidance when there's a lot of people, and we still give out generalized knowledge. You know, we might be talking about a certain thing, and I might be like, well, you know, you should be tracking your steps, blah, blah, blah. Let's just say that. That's something that I say. But for some people, maybe their goal is to gain weight or gain muscle, or we actually need them to be recovering their legs. So then they're saying, oh, well, you told me to track steps. And I'm like, no, I'm just saying that people should be tracking steps if blah, 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 blah. But they're like, well, I'm confused. Why am I not tracking steps? But their goal doesn't involve that. But then everyone's getting this knowledge about tracking steps, and then we're all confused about the tracking steps. You see, everyone's different. So this is why we've got 4 different ones. So everyone has a specific lane that they stay in. We don't even really associate with the other lanes. Like, we see that they're on the journey with us, but they're doing their own thing over there, and we're in our own lane doing our own thing. So every single different goal program has a different nutrition requirement, a different training requirement, and they get different weekly education, okay? They have a different coach, a different group chat. You know, it is all for them and their specific goal. Within that specific goal, yes, it can still be personalized. You still have one-on-one communication with your accountability coach so that you can ensure that your journey is what it needs to be for you. However, as an overarching umbrella, you're still within the same bubble as your friends doing the same goal. So this was my attempt and my vision and my dream to be able to help a mass amount of people in the most individualized way possible. Because you're probably thinking, well, if you want to help everyone individualize, Olivia, why don't you just help them one-on-one and just give them their own education and their own information? I would love to do that, guys. But the sad thing in this world, or not the sad thing, I don't know what to say, but the thing is, right, people want all of the help in the world, but they don't understand the cost of that. Both the cost financially and the cost timely to do that. So I do one-on-one accountability coaching for people who want to pay for a one-on-one coach to help them achieve their goal. But if you want, you know, a cheaper way to do it, and that's what I like to do with these challenges. I want it to be cheap and affordable for people. It's literally $15 a week. And yes, that is on top of your normal gym membership. But so you've got your normal gym membership plus $15 to get all of this extra shit. Like, if anyone whinges that it's $15, like, you probably just don't understand how much time, effort, and money I put into these challenges, because like, I literally make no extra money doing these challenges. All of the money goes into either the coaching staff, the people that I have to work with, the platforms that are getting used, or whatever, marketing, whatever, to be able to put these on for you guys. So I can't make them any cheaper. I can't put any more energy and effort into them because I'm trying to help so many people in such a short period of time with only so much like to put out there, right? Like, this is the way that I can help a group, but help them one-on-one. Okay? So that's why we're doing it like this. And this is why I still do challenges, because in all of the things that I do believe that challenges can be negative, but I'm doing it in the most positive way I can do it that I see get positive outcomes for my clients. Now, guys, I've literally probably rambled for like 20 minutes and I have not even talked about the challenge. So let's have a sit, let's have a breath, and we're going to come back and we're going to dive into this information booklet. I'm going to buzz through it because I know this video is going to go for fucking forever and we don't want that to happen. So let's do it. So, like I said, 400 years ago, I have the information booklet up in front of me. So if you want to follow along at home, you definitely can, because I'm literally going to go through all 21 pages right now. Starting at the top, sign-ups are now open. You can literally sign up right now on the Live Strong website. The sooner you sign up, the better, because you will get your welcome email immediately after you sign up, and that has your full education booklet in it, which literally outlines everything you need to know to be successful for your specific goals. So, like I said, all the goals are different, so all the education booklets are different, all the emails are different. So you're going to get what you need for your goal. And if you leave it to the last minute, that's fine. You'll still get all the information, but you might feel a little bit overwhelmed, because from next week, once signups close next Wednesday, the 1st of October, 9 a.m. When they close, then we're sort of like, okay, let's get organized for week 1. And if you already haven't read your education booklet, you're a step behind. So the sooner you get your booklet, the sooner you get the education, the sooner you can get into it. Now, like I sort of have already talked to you guys, the final push is an 8-week challenge. We've got the 4 different programs, and we named it the final push because we're going to give all the challenges fun and fresh names every year. So, I guess I'm open to new name ideas because this is all we could come up with. But I thought it was sort of cute, like the final push for 2025, the final time for you to turn up the intensity before the end of the year. And we all know that as we lead into summer, it's not a summer shredding challenge or anything, but as we lead into summer, everyone's motivation heightens, the sun comes out, the bright activewear comes out, the sweat comes out, and everyone, feels better, wants to get outside, all these sorts of things. So we are utilizing that momentum and motivation that you already have to push hard for these last few weeks of the year. So that's where we got the name from. And our 4 different programs are for 4 different goals: fat loss, muscle gain, performance, and lifestyle. Now, I'm going to go through every single program now, which might help you decide what one that you want to do, okay? But first, we're going to go through the step 1 of picking your program, and you need to decide what training option you want to do. So we offer it in 3 different training ways. The first option is online training. So if you wanted to do the challenge online and remotely, you definitely could. Now, we do online training anyway as a gym. I guess we don't advertise it super a lot, but we do it. We do both personalized programs, so programs that are specifically written for the individual, their goal, their equipment, whatever they're trying the outcome be. It's exactly what they need, written by myself. We also do online training, but it is just following our group training programming. I have full 100% faith in our group training programming. Think it's great, and think it's suitable for everyone. So even if you're not in the gym, I think that this program is fine for you. The only reason why people wouldn't opt for that is they have a more personal goal, or because our group training uses free weights. Sometimes if people do want to use machines and stuff like that, have more options of equipment they can use, then they'll have that personalized program. So online training is the first option for the challenge. Our second option, which obviously is the most popular option, is our group training option. So for clients who want to train in our groups. And our last option is our personal training option. Now, like I said before, the challenge is $15 a week. Now, that is $15 on top of your normal gym membership. So, or like the gym membership of the training option you sign up for. Because remember, we are a gym in the end. So, depending on what training option you pick, will depend on the pricing of the 8 weeks. So going through the pricing, the online training is $85 per week, and that is including $70, which is our normal online training program cost per week, plus the $15 per week. So that equals $85. Our group training option is $73 per week. Now it's 73 because our normal unlimited group training is 58, plus you add the 15 and that equals 73. So like I said, I'm not scamming you out of anything. It's literally your normal training plus $15. And then the personal training one is a little bit more personalized because it is your personal training rate plus, you guessed it, $15. So it's written like that because people's PTs are different depending on how many they do, whether they do 1 or 2, or they do a PT and a buddy, or depending on what coach they have, like all these sorts of things depends on what their pricing is. So for current PT clients, it would literally just be your normal PT pricing plus $15. If you're a new client, we'll obviously discuss, your PT pricing depending on how many sessions, blah, 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 plus the $15. So those are your 3 different training options. Now, all the options, no matter what option you pick, you will get access to Saturday Bootcamp. So PT clients, online clients, Saturday Bootcamp will be open to you. Friday Run Club plus our 2 testing days in the gym with fitness testing, beginning and end, and then our strength testing week as well. So you get access to all of those things no matter what your training option is. The online training, guys, like I said, is written towards you and your goals. So that can be a little bit more specific, but more than not, you're probably going to still be focusing on a very similar training outcome in terms of like having those bigger movements at the beginning and then a finisher at the end based on your goal. Our group training is a sleigh. You will be running through an 8-week training block where we're going to be progressively working towards building strength on our focus movements. So our reps are going to drop throughout the 8 weeks for us to be able to increase that weight and increase that load and get stronger. And for our testing at the end, like I said, we do 4 strength sessions a week and then we do 2 cardio sessions a week. So that is the group training. You can read up more on our group training on our website in our normal group training page, but all sort of is the same with the training in the terms of booking in on the app and cancelling and all that sort of stuff. Then we've got the personal training, and again, this can be more tailored towards you, but it's very likely that you will have those strength focuses at the beginning and then some form of a finisher at the end of your sessions, working towards your desirable outcome over the 8 weeks. And again, will be specific to your goal, and how many sessions you do as well will depend that as well. There's also the option to do a mixture of PT and group. We can chat more if you're a bit unsure on the pricing, but that's also an option as well. So the first thing is pick your training, but as you can see, there's lots of different options for training. I know that group training is the most popular one for the challenge, and I guess that's the most known programming that we do, but just know there are the personalized options of online and PT as well. Now, the second step is choosing that goal that we talked about. So we need to choose your goal that you're going to set your mind on for the whole 8 weeks. Again, I chose to do it like this so that everyone had one clear path to head down. I've found before when we've had the lifestyle, more of a lifestyle approach for everyone, people have multiple goals. They're like, I want to lose body fat, I want to get stronger, I want to learn how to run 5Ks, but I also want to go out on the weekend, and I'm also going on holidays and all these sorts of things. So I think it has led to people be confused with the outcomes that they've got potentially because they thought they were going to get a different outcome, but they didn't realize they were working on 700 goals at once. And so maybe they did see results in one area, but not the other area, and then therefore they were disappointed or something along the lines of that. So it's important that your goal is the right one for you. If you're unsure which goal you want to choose, please reach out. We have the option to book in a quick 10-minute call with me to chat about what goal you want and what goal you need. We can also just message. You can send me a message. We can chat about it more. I have had a few people reach out already, and I guess in the end, I can't pick what your goal is. Like, I can't pick what you want to do with your life, if that makes sense. Like, I can't tell you, oh, you should want to do this. I can guide you between different goals, but you in the end need to know what you want to achieve. If you don't know what you want to achieve, like some people might be a bit confused, be like, oh, I want to do this, but I'm unsure, blah, blah, blah. That's fine. But I've had a few people ask me, being like, well, what one should I do? Well, Dal, I don't know what your goal is unless you tell me what you want to achieve. So just make sure you definitely have a think about yourself and you've really read through these and what sort of sparks your interest the most, or even the education topics, what sparks your interest the most as well. So let's get into it. We've got 4 goals to go through. Starting off with lose body fat. Now, this is what I think a lot of people initially think that they want to do, but I just don't think it's actually what a lot of people want to do. So make sure that you're picking this goal wisely, guys, because losing body fat actually is hard. It actually takes a lot of work. It actually involves commitment and dedication, okay? And it involves you getting uncomfortable, where I think a lot of people aren't ready to commit to that process. So we need to make sure that you're ready to do this, and you have the time to do this, and you have the motivation to do this. Now, with the training for the guys wanting to lose the body fat, they are required to do 4 sessions per week, okay? 4 gym sessions per week. That can be a mixture of strength and a mixture of cardio sessions, okay? So 4 sessions per week. We are requiring you to do the cardio finishes at the end of the workout, because at the end of every workout, guys, you are going to be able to pick your finisher. There'll be 2 different options, and we're going to require you guys to pick the cardio-based finisher. You'll be given a step goal by your accountability coach, which is actually me. We'll be deciding that at the beginning of week 2 after we've collected data from week 1. But step goal to help you move more outside of the gym. And then you guys will be required to do fitness testing and the strength testing week. So that's your training requirements. 4 sessions a week, cardio finishes, step goal, and the testing. With the nutrition, which is, I guess, the thing we're a little bit more specific on here, and we are requiring you to track your macros. Now, tracking macros isn't for everyone. And if it's not for you, then this goal isn't for you, okay? It doesn't mean in the other goal you can't lose body fat, but I'm just keeping it real with everyone. If you're not being strict enough with your nutrition, you're probably not going to get the result that you want to get. Like, plain and simple. Again, you don't need to track to lose body fat. You don't. You can lose body fat without tracking. However, is it harder to judge and harder to collect data and harder to make changes and harder to progress with your results when we don't have specific information to go off? Yes, it is. So tracking allows us to collect data. It allows us to completely understand what you're putting in your body. And if you are getting results or whether you aren't getting results, we want to know why. We want to know what further changes we need to make to either progress that or regress that. And tracking is going to help us do that, because tracking, like I just said, it helps us know what you're putting in your body. That's literally what it's used for. It's not used to say that you're a naughty girl for eating this or whatever. It's literally used to know what you're putting in your body. So for those who are picking this goal, we are making you track your macros. you do need to track your macros, okay? So don't have anything else to say on that. We are going to help you track your macros. We're going to teach you how to track your macros. We're going to give you the guidance, the support. We're going to check over your tracking. We're going to do all these sorts of things to help guide you as best as we can. But you will need to put in the work to do that. Again, losing body fat isn't easy. It is something you need to work on. So that's the thing. You will also be receiving access to the Georgia Wet Nutrition recipe platform, which has like hundreds, thousands of recipes on there to help give you support in creating your own meals and meal plans. Plus, you'll be getting a how to build a healthy meal pack from dietitian Scarlett, who is also going to be running 3 nutrition seminars during this 8 weeks. You can see on the info booklet the 8 different topics we're going to be talking about for the fat loss team. So that's what each week we'll be talking about that, discussing it further. You'll be getting information, videos, documents, blah, blah, blah. That's the first goal. Second goal is building muscle mass. Now, this is a goal that I think a lot of people should be doing, but they're probably too scared to do it. Now, people... let's just do like a very quick backstory. I know I'm raving on, guys, but a lot of people want a certain physique. They see people, they're like, oh, that girl looks so good. Her legs look so good. Her back looks so good. Blah, 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 blah. They probably look that good because they have built muscle mass. That's not because they've lived in a deficit their whole life. It's because they've ate enough food to build muscle mass, okay? So sometimes you have to do the scary thing of building the muscle mass to get the body that you want, okay? I'm just putting it out there. A lot of the time, you probably need to build the muscle mass. Now, this doesn't mean you're going to get huge. I know you might think, well, I'm huge, but like, I've spent time building muscle mass. I spent time in a surplus. I've spent time, eating more food so that I could train at 100% capacity, recover at 100% capacity, and gain muscle mass. And some people might think I'm huge. I don't have the smallest body in the world, but I would say I have a decent amount of muscle mass on me that might be a desirable amount. And I tell you right now, I haven't got that because I've lived in a deficit my whole life. So building muscle mass, I love it. Now, and this is what I'm passionate about, building muscle. Fuck yeah, building muscle. So for you guys deciding to build some muscle and focus on that goal, we are going to be training 4 sessions a week, but they're going to be all strength sessions. It is required for you to hit all 4 strength sessions. So that is Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, Friday sessions in the gym, all strength sessions, okay? And that is so that we're training hard enough to build muscle mass. Like, bloody hell, that you need to be doing that. I've given you the option to do 1 cardio session a week to still work on your cardiovascular fitness. Optional. Not doing cardio for 8 weeks isn't going to kill you. Your intensity will be high enough in the gym anyway. So it's optional. I know a lot of people like that cardio session though. So that will be your 5th session though. You guys will be opting to do the strength finishes in the gym. So strength finishes, and you'll be doing strength testing week. And we've also just put fitness testing optional. Obviously, if you're not doing the cardio, you're not going to do the fitness testing. But if you're doing your 1 cardio a week and you want to do the fitness testing just to be involved, that's fine. Now, the nutrition for the muscle build is actually the same as the fat loss. So you're also going to be required to be tracking your food so that we can ensure that you're eating enough to actually get these results. Now, people get concerned when they're eating more food that they're going to gain all this weight and they're going to be humongous, but your body loves food. Like, it loves to use the right amount of food to actually get results in terms of performance, in terms of muscle building, in terms of recovery, in terms of being healthy, in terms of immunity, in terms of all these things. So I actually think people get surprised how much their body loves more food. Like, your body will love you for it. And it is actually hard sometimes to eat more food. So is something that you may need to work on as well. So we're going to be tracking, you're going to be giving your personalized macros, which I don't think I said about the fat loss. You'll be giving your personalized macros so that you can track the right amount of food in a healthy way so that we can hopefully build some muscle mass. Now, building muscle mass does take more than 8 weeks. I'm putting it out there. It takes way more than 8 weeks. It probably takes 6 months at a minimum. Like, it takes time. So it is going to be important that this is like the starting of your journey, but I think this will give you a lot of tools to be able to progress and understand what is needed to build the right amount of muscle mass. So also know that we're going to be doing it in a way that we're aiming not to put on much, if any, body fat. So like increasing your food means we're potentially not going to lose body fat. For some people, they increase their food, they increase their training intensity, and they see their bodies change in ways that they never thought it could. But we're not doing like a dirty bulk. We're not going to be eating Maccas every day. We're just going to be increasing the healthy foods that we eat. So that's the second one. Third one, improve performance. Now, this goal is for those people who are solely wanting to improve their performance within the gym. Now, I say within the gym as that is what we're specifically focusing on, but maybe you're wanting to improve in the gym for an outside sport or an outside, performance achievement, whether that's, high rocks or something that I know people are starting to work towards and whatnot. But this goal is all about performing in the gym. So we're not worried about how our body changes, gaining fat, losing fat, gaining muscle, losing muscle. Like, we're not worried about that. We're worrying about the performance we have in the gym. So for these people, we're going to be requiring them to train 4 to 5 times per week with a mixture of strength and cardio. So you're going to do a mixture of those sessions. That is going to depend on, I guess, what you're wanting to get out of the performance. If it is mainly cardiovascular improvement you're wanting, then of course we would recommend you doing the 2 cardio days and 3 strength days, or 2 and 2. But if you want to improve your strength, and that's your main goal in terms of performance, then I'd require you to do the 4 strength days and then 1 cardio day, right? We are also wanting you to do 1 run outside of the gym, okay? 1 run outside of the gym, and that's outside of those sessions. So you do your 4 to 5 gym sessions, and then you do a run outside of the gym. That could be done with our run club, or it could be done on your own. And we can talk further one-on-one about what those runs are going to look like, depending on you, your goal, where you're starting out with your running and stuff like that. You guys will obviously be required to do the strength testing week and the fitness testing because, again, we're trying to improve performance, and that is what's going to be our main indicator of your improved performance in the gym setting. Now, your nutrition is slightly more flexible and slightly more intuitive. We're going to be giving you, like I said, the nutrition from Scarlett with the 3 seminars and the meal planning guideline booklet. You're also going to be getting all those recipes from Georgia Wendt. But we're giving you the option to track your macros. If that's something that you want to do, we can utilize tracking as a way to assist with eating for performance. But we're definitely not saying that that is necessary. I'm just putting that option there if anyone wants to do that. But the main thing that we're going to be focusing on with your nutrition is eating for performance. So eating around training and eating for recovery. And we will be making you guys create your own meal plan so that we have a set plan of attack. But it's less specific in the sense of, like weighing our foods and doing all these sorts of things. It's just making sure that we are fueling our body correctly and knowing how to fuel our body correctly. Like I said before, you can check out on the information booklet the different things we're going to touch base on with education every week as well. And then our very, very last one, guys, our last goal is healthier lifestyle. That's your goal. Now, before I dive into this, the 3 plans that I just previously talked about, lose body fat, gain muscle mass, and performance, I would say all of those are fairly specific with the outcome that we're looking for. You're either looking to lose body fat. You're either looking to gain muscle mass, obviously both of those being physical things with your body. And then the third one, to improve your performance in the gym. And that can be slightly changed goal depending on what you're wanting to get in terms of performance. Like it might be to hit a certain weight with your deadlift. It might be to run 5Ks in a certain time. You might have a more specific goal, but it's something to do with performance improvement for the gym. So they're all very specific, where this fourth goal is the least specific one out of all of them. This one is the one that is most similar to our old challenges, where we are trying to improve your habits in your life to live a healthier lifestyle. When we improve your habits, you may lose body fat, you may gain muscle mass, and you may improve your performance in the gym. So you may get a little bit of all of it, you may get heaps of one thing and less of another thing, but it's a little bit more variable of what your outcome is going to be. So when I said back at the top with the lose body fat, if you just don't want to track macros and you don't think you're going to put the time into it, I wouldn't do that. I would do this one. And I'm not saying you're not going to lose body fat, but I'm just saying that you might do it in maybe a slower way. Like maybe it's just not going to be as strict. And yes, you might see change in your body, but maybe it won't be as much if we were as dialed in with it, okay? So this one is sort of what you make of it, let's say, but it is going to be about improving those daily habits. And when we improve those daily habits, we do feel better about ourselves. Like this is where the magic happens in this group. And if you're a beginner, I think that this goal would be perfect for you, okay? If you're a beginner, living in the healthier lifestyle goal is going to be best for you. You get to choose how many sessions that you want to achieve per week. So it is up to you to pick if you want to do 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, probably not 7, maybe 6 sessions per week. It's all up to you, okay? So you get to pick how many sessions you want to pick. We are going to give you a step target because with improving a healthier lifestyle, I think it's important to understand that your body requires movement to feel good. So we're just going to be trying to improve how much movement you do per day, especially for those desk people getting up off that desk and just walking. We're trying to improve our movement. Fitness testing is going to be optional and strength testing week will be required. But again, optional, you have a little bit more freedom. With the nutrition, again, a bit more freedom, but you'll be getting all of that nutrition support from dietitian Scarlett with how to create a meal plan, how to build a healthy plate, and all of the seminars. You'll get all of the recipe platforms, like information with the Georgia Went recipes, and you'll still be able to send your meal plan to your accountability coach to get cross-checked over. But you will have the flexibility to create that meal plan, okay? So we're not tracking here. We're not giving you the option to track here. If you wanted to track, you probably wanted to be more dialed in. Therefore, you should be in one of the other 3 goals, okay? You can see the different things we're going to touch base on for these 8 weeks with our learning topics, and you can see that they're all about those little 1%ers that add up to the big results. So there are 4 different goals, and hopefully that's given you a little bit more of a clearer understanding of maybe where you might sit. But if you still need help, please reach out. Please reach out. Now, we are giving you guys the option to get one-on-one nutrition support from dietitian Scarlett from Redefining Nutrition. We've worked with Scarlett in the last challenge, where this time a lot of the nutrition is coming from myself. In terms of the macros and looking over your meal plans and stuff like that is all coming from me. And I do have my sports nutrition qualification, but I have nowhere near as much qualification as Scarlett does. Scarlett is a university qualified dietitian. A dietitian is someone who can work with the sickest of sick people, right? So they're not just someone that's working with like the Gen Pop and working with people trying to lose weight, which a lot of nutritionists work with. They're working with people from all walks of life. So from the severest of cases to the simplest of cases. And Scarlett is actually specialized in sports dietitian. She used to be the dietitian for the Newcastle Knights. So she's worked with people in elite fields and she now runs her own business. So she she's working with us, which is amazing. She doesn't work with many, if any, gyms. She works within a gym where her clinic is, and she works with those guys, and then she works with us. And she's all about living her healthiest, like doing things in the healthiest, most reasonable way possible. And I preach everything she preaches. And like I said, she has a lot more knowledge than me and can get into a lot more of the nitty and gritty assistance. So she is giving you the option to work with her one-on-one over these 8 weeks. Obviously, this is an extra cost. So you can get 3 one-on-one sessions with a dietitian plus a personalized meal plan for $300. Now, that might sound like a lot of money, guys, but that is not a lot of money in terms of getting high professional quality support with your nutrition. And the girls that have worked with us from Live Strong already, they honestly cannot speak highly enough of the help that she has given them. So I really think that this is going to be highly beneficial. If you're someone who struggles with, potentially you've had an eating disorder in the past or really struggle with your nutrition now, I highly recommend you doing this. If you're someone who has a very negative outlook on nutrition or your body image, I highly recommend you doing this. If you're someone who suffers with severe bloating, I highly recommend you doing this. If you're someone who has lots of allergies, intolerances, I highly recommend you doing this. Like, if you think you need more specific help, I highly recommend you doing this. And $300 for 3 sessions and a meal plan is super cheap. Like, it sounds like throwing me like $300 is so much money. How much is your health worth? So keep that in mind. She also does do health rebates and private health. So I know that there's like different like Medicare rebate levies and stuff that get used, and people with different health conditions. Like, I think, don't quote me on this, but I think it's even if you have like asthma or anxiety or stuff that is like fairly common, people are diagnosed with, you can get Medicare rebates. Again, this could be something you could have further conversation with Scarlett about, because she obviously knows more about that than me. But you can book in a free 10-minute call with her. The link to that is in the education booklet, but you can book in that free call with her, chat with her, be like, I'm doing the challenge, blah, blah, blah. This is what I struggle with. And she will be like, yep, let's do it. I can help. Or she can be like, I can't help. Now, like I said, Scarlett is a health professional, and if you're not working one-on-one with her, she's not going to offer you free one-on-one help, because again, it's a service. It's like anything, you're paying for her knowledge and for her assistance. So you have that call. She'll depict whether she's going to be a good fit for you or not, whether she can help you or not, and then you would be able to buy in on these packages. So that is the extra one-on-one support that we are offering, which I just cannot recommend enough. So just have a think about that if that's something that you think that might help you. The last thing, guys, that we need to talk about is the other bits and pieces that are involved with the challenge. So I'm just going to read through the list and not talk too much about it. But with education and support, we are doing a goal-setting workshop and information night, which will be on the 1st of October, next Wednesday, 6 p.m. in the gym. Highly, highly recommend you coming. It's going to be run by me. It's going to go for an hour. It's going to help you know all the ins and outs and set you up for success. We do weekly education topics delivered by your coach in your accountability group. We're doing a habit tracker. You have your 3 seminars with expert sports dietitian Scarlett. We're doing a cooking class, a Zoom cooking class. It's on a Friday night, 6 p.m. I can't remember what Friday night it's on, but you can see the calendar with that. We did it in the last challenge. Super fun. You'll find out what we're cooking. You get the ingredients. We all cook together. It's a big slaver night. Fortnightly check-ins with your accountability coach. We're doing guidance on how to do body composition photos and measurements for those that need it. You'll have your private challenge group chat on EverFit with your goal-specific team. We have fun weekend events. We have that winner from all of the groups. Like I said, it's going to be based on multiple different things, not just on one specific result. You get your fitness testing, your strength testing, boot camp, run club. Plus, we'll be doing weekly random challenges to get you outside of your comfort zone and to win some little prizes. You can see in the information booklet the calendar. The calendar's on there that you can see when all those dates happen. Now, for clients of the gym already, we are doing our client incentive sign-up program, which we've done every other time. If you have someone new to sign up to the challenge, so someone new that's not a member at the gym, sign up to the challenge. Under your referral, you will get the challenge at half price. So you'll get your $73 in half. That's like, what's that, 30 something dollars? $39 or something a week, okay? That's how much you'll have to pay. So if you get someone to sign up under your referral, you get yours half price. $36.50, there we go. I even wrote it in the information booklet. So I recommend you spreading the word. Try get a friend involved. Try get a family member involved. Get yourself a half price challenge. Big slate. That's for 8 weeks. Like, your gym membership is so cheap for 8 weeks and you get the challenge. Like, big fucking slate. And guys, that is literally it. My voice is going because it goes all the time. But that is all the information on the challenge. Like I said, the sign-ups close next week. So you need to make sure you get onto it, you sign up so that you don't miss out. But hopefully you want to get involved. If you have any questions, please, please, please reach out to me. But yeah, super, super, super excited for these 8 weeks. I honestly think it's going to be our best one yet. And I think this is the new challenge vision that I've wanted to transform the gym into. And I'm very excited to conquer these next 8 weeks and, get some crazy results and really, really, really get to help our clients. So if you have any questions, please reach out. Hopefully this video is helpful. It's probably gone for fucking 4 years, but bye. Let's go.